Good morning, dear viewers, and happy Eid to everyone who's watching us through KTV2. Welcome to a new episode of your morning program, Good Morning Kuwait. And today we are living actually in a very special day, special week actually, because it's Eid al-Adha al-Mubarak to you and to everyone who's watching us and all Muslims all around the world. So please keep watching us till the end of the episode. So hello and happy Eid, Aziz.
Happy Eid, my co-host Sarah, and happy Eid to our working crew. And we would like to congratulate everyone who's watching us through the KTV2. We'd like to congratulate all the Muslim nations for the advent of Eid al-Adha al-Mubarak. May Allah give you this Eid more blessings and also good deeds. Today is the second day of Eid al-Adha al-Mubarak. For sure, the first day it will be the family gathering and dinners and lunch. So what about your plans for the second day of Eid, Sarah?
The second day, usually we go to chalet or we go to have some like fun shopping or go to the restaurant outside home, as you mentioned. The first day is a family day. We have to greet our family. We have to stay at home for the greetings and gathering. And the second day is starting to go outside. And I know a lot of people, they actually travel during Eid. So do you like actually, Aziz, to travel during Eid?
Actually, I love to spend Eid celebration with my family. But after Eid, we have like a full day of summer season.
Exactly. It's very important actually to have those days really special on us to spend our family, with our parents, with our grandparents. Actually, it is really a special day to have some gathering with our also kids, to give them some idea, to have. I know a lot of people, they don't see their family, their relatives for too long, and it's really a special occasion to have some gathering with them.
And also, when you mention about ideas, so we have split of days, so I save idea for the others also, for other relatives.
You're gonna give me some ideas.
Yeah, sure.
That's amazing. So, dear viewers, we have a really special episode for today and special guests. Don't go away. Let's have this tiny little break and then we'll move on.
We are still in our show today, the celebration for Eid al-Adha al-Mubarak, and today our working crew preparing something special to everyone. So we'll talk about our guest for this segment is one of the kind. He's a first instructor for the subject of art education. He has been working in the poetry since 1994. He is the chairman of the Fine Arts Committee at the Artistic Syndicate in Kuwait. So it's like a very big CV.
Very big CV. He founding member of the Kuwaiti Ceramic House Potter, specialized in spreading the culture of poetry and ceramics. Workshop with the British potter Peter Spray in 1997. Participation in the first Kuwait Panelé for Ceramics 2000. He is Ali El-Awab, a potter specialized. So, dear viewers, how about to check this report, and we'll be right back to you.
Good morning, Kuwait. عيدكم مبارك وتقبل الله أعمالكم وحج مبرور وسعي مشكور إن شاء الله. Today we'll talk about how to use the piece of ceramic for Eid, for the celebration. You can do many things in Eid. For example, and the important things for Eid, that the visitor, they want to drink coffee, to drink tea. You can do many of pieces, special pieces for drinking coffee, for drinking tea, and many people, they would like to they have his own cups, and this is the special cups, because when I do cups, I do one pieces, and I never do it again. It's one pieces, handmade for example, for coffee, for Turkish coffee, for espresso, for black coffee, and also for tea. And sometimes I do special things for the celebration. For example, I can do it for Kuwait, and I use the black clay, and I draw a flag of Kuwait. Also, this is important that many people, they like it in Eid. They put it and they will be happy. And sometimes we write some letters about Hajj, about Eid. We can do it in cups. Also, we can decorate our houses with pieces like this one, like a bowl, like plates. You can make it and put it in your houses. Your house will be full of color, full of pieces. And the important things that when you do something by your hand and by yourself, you will be happy to put it in your home, because you will say, this is my pieces, I made it by myself. And also we can put chocolate inside it, we can put cake inside it. many of plates or bowl you can do it by ceramic in Eid. Also, we can use the pieces of ceramic for plants. And for plants, you need to make another style, and you must make a hole inside for the water. But it's good that you make it for plants, and you will be happy that the cups or the piece of ceramic that use it for different plants in Eid. Also, sometimes we can make a traditional shape for our country, like this one. You can use it with light, and they give you a special light. You can put it in your home, and you open the light, and you will be it will be interesting for doing. And also, you can change the light with different of colors to give you a nice colors and shape. This shape, it's very traditional, and we use many of holes there, and it's like a mosque, like a Manara, for example, and we can do it easy, and you can do it by yourself when you work with ceramic. Many of order, they ask me to do something special for him, and almost they want to make a set, like a table set, tableware. This is very important for the people. They want different things, like a cups and mug and jug and all this together, with a special style, or with my style. They want my style because I'm the artist that I do it, and they want it with a special color that merge with him furniture. And this is not easy to get the color because I am not a factory, I am an artist. I do a special pieces for selling all that. Also, many of people, they like to buy a cups. Now it's very famous to take a cups, to drink a coffee, to take a picture for the cups when they do it. And I do many of cups, thousands of cups to sell it. And all the cups, it's from my soul, from my style, and I can sell it easy for the people. But in the future, I want to do special pieces, like bigger pieces. It's not easy for me to do it like 1 meter, 2 meter pieces. And I hope to enjoy or to join with many of big artists in a special trip. It will coming in September to China, and we will learn how to do a large pieces. In the end, thank you very much, and Eid Mubarak.
A professional musician from Ukraine, started musical journey at the age of 8. First, he was learning to play the violin, but when he heard the clarinet, he fell in love with its beautiful sound. So when it's time to choose a career, he chose music and clarinet. Studied in Ardler Kyiv Institute for Music in Ukraine for almost 10 years, bachelor and master degree. During his study years, started to work as a teacher and in orchestra, participating in concerts in Ukraine, Moldova, Romania, Germany, and Poland. Worked as a music teacher in Singapore in the first half of 2019. Since September of 2019, he worked in Kuwait Music Academy, teaching woodwind, clarinet, flute, saxophone, violin, and piano.
We are back to our show again. Good, happy celebration for Eid al-Adha. We're moving for our first interview segment. We already have a chit chat with my guest. He playing in clarinet since he was 6 years old. From that time until today, he's still playing the same instrument from a long time. So I'd like to welcome today Mr. Victor. Hello and good morning.
Hello, good morning.
You're most welcome, and thank you so much for joining us today in our show, Happy Celebration. During this happy celebration today, thank you so much for joining and accepting our invitation. I noticed, like when I have a chit chat, I already in the beginning I presented to you, from 6 years old you start with clarinet until today. Why you chose this musical instrument?
Actually, I started from violin first, and I played violin my 8 first years. And then I was just listening to some recordings of music, and I heard clarinet, and I fell in love with the sound of this instrument. And I switched to a new instrument and continue my career till this day on clarinet.
So what about your family support from that time when you are 6 years old and you are continuing with the same music instrument? What about the family support?
Oh, family, they were a huge support for me. From the first days, they inspired me. They always took me to the music classes, always checked on me, how I practice, how my results are. And then when I decided to switch to clarinet, also I had support of my family. And until this day, they greatly support me, and they always enjoy my successes and everything. So I'm very grateful to my family.
Sure. That's the
everything.
most important, because the family is the first key to success.
Yes.
And by the way, your family already big fan to music, right?
Yes. Like they loved music, of course, but to classical music, they were new, but they were with me on this journey, always following music and learning with me. So now they enjoy classical music as well.
Nice. And I noticed something. You brought two clarinet with you.
Yes.
Why you bring two of them today?
This is traditionally, it was this way. The clarinets were made from like very, very simple instruments, like small flutes.
Okay.
Yes, and at first they played only in one key. So basically for every different piece, you need to use a different clarinet.
Okay, every different piece.
Yeah, so you need to have like 7 or 8 different clarinets. And it's not very practical because you need to have a lot of instruments with you. So then they become more advanced, they get more keys.
And by the way, more keys, and even the tools are different, right?
Yes, so they can go
can
to
open,
different parts, yes.
And you can make it taller and smaller.
Yes, and that's why we end up with 2 different instruments to make it more convenient to play in orchestra. Sometimes I need to use this instrument, sometimes this.
And okay, and this goes me to another question. When you mentioned the orchestra, I know the clarinet team in the orchestra, they're using for specified type of music. So what about the specific type for the orchestra? Because I am one of the audience, I've just looked to you and I see also the maestro just pointing on you and you're just playing. So what about your position and your occupation in the orchestra?
So clarinet has a very deep range of emotions it can show with the sound. So we can play from very like scary music, very aggressive music, to very sweet and very flowy music. Yeah, so it's like very big range. So actually throughout the all orchestral solos, there are different kind of solos. They can be like angry solos or jazzy solos or very sweet. So it's like a very big variety.
Yeah, very big variety, even about the types when you are putting them together. So it changes the time of the music.
Yeah, so for example, this clarinet sounds a little bit more deep and thick. This clarinet is more virtuosic. It sounds more bright. Yeah, so there's difference.
So it's like a deep one. So what about your best favorite music ever you want to play?
So one of my favorites, it's like one of the most famous clarinet pieces, it's Mozart Clarinet Concerto. As it's performed on every competition, in every orchestra, you need to play this concerto. And it looks very simple, but at the same time, it's very difficult.
It's not easy. It looks simple, but it's not easy.
Yes.
So we want to hear something from you. We are not satisfied. Can you share something to us? Yalla, are you curious? I am curious. What do you think you will gonna play to us? Yeah, let's watch it. So what is the name of this song?
This is Mozart Concerto for Clarinet. So concerto is a piece for a solo instrument with orchestra. Yeah? So the soloist shows all the possibilities and strengths of the instruments, and orchestra plays together.
When you mention Mozart, I am big fan for Four Seasons. You remember something about the Four Seasons, or it's not in your mind? Can you share something to us?
Four Seasons.
Yeah, one of them, if you remember some of them.
Yes, I need to think.
Our spring one. Yeah, let's check.
So I can try to play from memory.
Yeah. If you can, it will be grateful. Very nice. So it's, by the way, the viewers watching us on the KTV2, it's the first time asking you this question, right? But you already memorize it by, it's like in yourself, in your heart.
Yeah, like we need to know a lot of music and a lot of music because I listen it a lot, so I can like remember the melody and play it from memory.
Nice. And you already changed one of the clarinet. You
Yeah.
took the soft one. Even the music is little, it hears different also.
Yeah, it's
Even
different
the
sound.
holes are the same for both clarinets or different?
No, everything is the same. Only thing, this clarinet is a little bit shorter, so
Okay.
the pitch is a little bit higher.
Yeah, and the
than-
tone is high.
Yes.
Nice. So this kind of clarinet, and you are very, it's like you are a specialty in your field and you are very professional. What about the Kuwait Music Academy? So I know like you take your experience from all these years from your country and you share it to the public, to the audience, to the
Yes.
students. What about this experience in Kuwait Music Academy?
Oh, I really enjoy teaching here because there's a lot of very talented children here.
Nice.
Yes, like a lot of big talents. And of course, we need to provide a very professional education for them because like music education is not so popular here.
Nice.
And so that's our goal of our Kuwait Music Academy, to bring this European traditions of classical music to Kuwait and teach children the right way from the start.
And
Yes.
by the way, it's like we take exclusive question. What about the Kuwaiti students who are interested in clarinet in your class?
The clarinet students, I didn't have much.
Yeah.
Yes, mostly here is popular
For violin,
violin and piano, yes.
yes.
But I
is-
had few clarinet students.
how they have a good talent?
Yes, of course, they have a good talent, but all depends not only on talent, but also on work ethic.
Well, you have
Yes.
to practice hard.
Yes.
And even you have to know how to read the notes also of the
Yes,
music.
reading the notes. This is like a language.
Yeah,
yes?
like a
We need to learn how to read it. And of course, for me now, everything is very understandable. But when I work with my students, for example, sometimes I catch myself like, for them, it's some symbols in like Chinese language. When we first see it,
Yeah.
we cannot understand it.
understand.
Yes.
But the thing is, how it will take too many years to learn all this language. You have now it's like for you just reading a script.
Yes.
Nice,
So
nice.
it takes a lot of years and practice, but then in the end, like I can take any musical piece I want and I can play it just by reading the notes.
Very nice. So when we speak about the music notes, I know for sure, like not all the music suitable for clarinet. I know there is something difficult for you to play it. Like imagine, I will speak about the opera singer. Not any music band, any instrument can play with opera. Even similar to clarinet, right? But what
Yes.
is the most difficult things to play it as a clarinet, as a performer?
So there are different types of difficulties. Yes.
Which
so,
are?
for example, this Mozart clarinet concerto I played, it's very difficult.
Yes.
It looks very simple,
It's
but
not difficult.
it's difficult to play it. It's like easygoing
Yeah.
and simple.
Like nothing happened.
Yes. And there are, for example, another piece, also one of my favorite pieces, from Debussy. Debussy was a French composer.
Okay.
And he loved to play with colors of the sounds
Nice.
and different harmonies. Yes. And it's very tough to play it as well because you need to find a certain tone of the instrument to play. Yeah, so I can share, for example,
Yeah, share with
a
us.
small part.
Yeah, sure. Let's see. Very
It's
nice.
also complicated for breathing.
Yeah,
There's
I
long
see how you
phrases.
take
Yeah.
inhale, exhale. So
Yeah.
this kind of exercise for inhaling and exhaling, especially in the music, sometimes it's difficult to play it, right?
Yes, it's totally different from what we do in real life, and it's somewhat close to swimming. Yes, we need to inhale very quickly and maximum amount of air, and then exhale slowly for the long time.
Yeah,
Yes, so it's very close to swimming.
And also because we are celebrating Eid al-Adha, you have in your mind if you memorize some Kuwaiti songs or something, you know, Arabic.
Arabic songs.
Yeah, something very small. If you remember something. Or next time.
No, next time.
Next
Yes.
time, for sure. So we can say all the time our guest, Mr. Victor, thank you so much for joining us today. Good times run very fast. Happy celebrations. For sure, you'll be here again. We'll have another Arabic music, okay?
Yes.
Thank you so much.
Happy celebrations for you and happy holidays for Kuwait.
Thank you so much. So we have special thanks for Mr. Victor Shramko. He's a clarinetist, a music teacher in the state of Kuwait, Kuwait Music Academy. He already sharing with us about the clarinet music instruments. Some songs already playing to us. He played 3 of them. We'd like to thank him. So now, dear viewers, we go to this tiny break. Then we'll continue the show. Happy celebrations. We are still in our show again to celebrate Eid al-Adha al-Mubarak, and would like to congratulate everybody for the advent of this amazing occasion. And today, because of this special occasion, we have also a special report to you all. So we'll speak about our next report. Her discovery of herself was 11 years old, experience in drawing in more than 20 years. In teaching for 12 years, she have more than 45 art paintings, including acrylic colors and even professional oil. So our guest, she's a professional artist.
That's amazing. And she, as a pastella and lead of all kinds, learned more than 3,000 trainers during 12 years of education. What distinguishes her? Professional drawing course instead of 10 sessions. She have short education in 3 sessions to reach a professionalism, participates in 30 art exhibition and also inside Kuwait, and she took her courses in developing her talent outside Kuwait, including France, Turkish, Iran. She is Muna El Yazji. So, dear viewers, how about to check this report with our colleague Gumar Khaja, and they'll be right back to you.
Good morning, Kuwait, and Eidkum Mubarak, and what a wonderful time to celebrate Eid, and there's no better way to celebrate Eid through creative art. Here we have a wonderful studio that we are in, who is celebrating this wonderful time of year, or this wonderful day that comes once in a year in a nice and artistic way. Let's go and find out more with the artists themselves.
Good morning, everyone. My name is Ahlam Ramadan. I started painting 6 years ago when I was in university. I started a small painting, and I did a lot of exercises, and I came to this workshop so I can draw this painting. I really wanted to do it. This is a Fuji mountain from Japan. I really love the Japanese culture, so I wanted to do something toward that culture. This is an acrylic painting. Sometimes I draw with oil, sometimes I draw with acrylic. It depends on the painting itself and the color that I'm going to use and the length of the session that I'm going to use. Anyone who have a passion toward drawing, please continue. Don't stop. Don't let anyone to stop you from drawing, because when you grow up, you will see how much the drawing and the process of art, it will make you comfort, will make you, the whole world will be the most comfort zone you can ever get.
My name is Zainab Mohammed Al-Saraf. I started painting at 2018. For this wonderful painting, I start painting for 1 session. It's on acrylic painting. I can finish it only in 2 sessions or 3. I have an idea for Eid al-Adha. I want to paint myself and my family celebrating with Eid al-Adha. And thank you, and Eidkum Mubarak.
Hello, my name is Amina Abdullah. I drew a sheep for Eid al-Adha, and happy Eid and Eidkum Mubarak. Hello, my name is Maryam. Draw a sheep because Eid al-Adha كل عام وأنتم بخير.
That was our segment for today. I hoped you've enjoyed all of the paintings and all of the artists and their experience with their drawings. And let me tell you, through my experience with drawing and painting, maybe the most challenging thing that we can find by being artists is the creative time that is very challenging for us. Sometimes we have some motivation and sometimes we lose it while drawing. So the most wonderful thing that we enjoy doing through art is having the goals that we want to achieve through art and the time that we spend with the paintings and drawing. And of course, all of the artists know this. The more time you spend with your drawing or your art, the more beautiful it is and more creative you can be through your drawing. And people around, maybe they're not creative with art by painting, but art is everywhere and creativity is everywhere. We can find it everywhere through the colors and through the beauty. And we can definitely appreciate it here through Eid time. Thank you so much and Eidkum Mubarak.
Graduated in 2018 with honors from Moscow State. Also graduated in 2010 with honors from Guinness State Musical College under proof. Winner of International Music Competition. Worked as a concertmaster of viola group or tutti viola musician in Moscow. Since 2017, lectured violin, piano, and music theory of private students. Among performing as a viola player, also had jazz piano background and some work as a composer and arranger.
And we came back again, dear viewers, with our special guest for today. He graduated in 2018 with honors from Moscow Conservatory under Professor Yuri Pashman. Also graduated in 2010 with honors from Guinness State Musical College under the professor. Winner of the International Music Competition in 2013, grant holder, and also Fund and Yuri Ruzimus Fund, worked as a concert master of viola group of tutti viola musician in several orchestras in Moscow. Since 2017, lectures violin, piano, and music theory for private students. So hello and good morning.
Good morning. Nice
How
to
are
meet you.
Nice to meet you too. It's gonna be really an artistic, full of music and viola in our segment for today.
Yeah, sure.
So first of all, Mr. Dimitri, can you please talk about yourself? Could you please introduce yourself to our viewers?
Yeah, in one word, it's like musician, generally musician. And I can learn and play like in every area of music.
Yes.
Like jazz music, classical, Western music, and many more. You know, I'm here like in Arabic world to meet new areas of music.
Wow.
Also, because I hear a lot of Arabic sound here from everywhere, and I'm trying to use it in my own improvisations.
Yes.
Also.
That's amazing. So you are like into many fields, like as you mentioned, jazz, piano, and also violin. You used to play violin before.
Yeah.
So since when, actually?
Since 7 years old.
Wow, that's it. Can I ask you how old are you? So since when?
32.
Oh, that's
So
amazing.
Actually, whole my life.
Oh, your whole life. That's amazing. And now you are holding viola instrument.
Viola, yeah.
So we'd like to know the differences between viola and violin.
Viola, it's a middle voice of string group. You know, if we think about violin as female voice, viola is a male.
Okay.
Yeah, it's like a deeper sound, slightly bigger than violin. And you can also express deeper feelings, maybe even more tragic feelings than violin.
So we can say that it is a bigger than violin.
Yeah.
And as you mentioned, it's like a tragic instrument.
Yeah,
It's not romantic instrument.
You know, now composers think about violin as a good way to express our thoughts about situation in our world now.
let's say, sad thoughts.
Yeah.
That's amazing. We're gonna hear about any sad thoughts about you later on, Dimitri. But let's talk about how actually you shifted between or from violin to viola.
You know, for violin, musicians created different clef or different way of writing notes.
Yes.
And you should learn it like a new language when you transferred from violin to viola.
Okay.
It takes time. It's not so simple.
How you found your passion about viola? You found yourself in viola more than violin, isn't it?
Yeah, you know, not from the first moment. You think, oh, why I should play now slow pieces after fast violin technical stuff? After
Yes.
Paganini, you should return back to, you know, nice, calm songs. But then you realize, oh, it's so nice, it's so deep, so sweet. You can express more your personal, you know, your
Okay.
personal feelings. You usually don't want to express your thought with 1 million notes. It's enough, maybe 3 only.
So it's like a 3 notes on there?
No, it's just, you know, you can make like your lullaby. For example, you want to sing a lullaby for your child,
Yes.
and you don't spend million of notes. It's enough, only few.
So you would like to express your feelings, your thought. That's how you loved actually viola. So Dimitri, what sort of music is written for viola?
It starts from Baroque period, from Johann Sebastian Bach, and he wrote many improvisation like pieces. It's like free form, and I can actually play something.
Yes, please.
Yeah.
Wow, that's one of my favorites.
Yeah, for example.
That's amazing. So let's speak about the masterpiece here. So what is your favorite track of your favorite musician?
Yeah, it changes always. It changes.
It changed.
Yeah.
Depends on your mood, I think.
Yeah, and your age also.
And your age, okay.
Your general mood, you know. Now I like Schubert's sonata called Arpeggione Sonata.
Wow.
And I can play first theme of it.
Okay. That's really amazing, amazing.
Thank you.
I can see your expressions. You have to be like with the flow, with the, let's say, the piece of the play, isn't it?
Yeah, like an actor, you know? You should change your own mood.
That's amazing.
Yeah,
And it seems really sad, let's say, but at the same time, it's very beautiful, very calming, very peacefully. I can say that. So what kind of, let's say, what kind of person or musician typically play viola, Dimitri?
Usually it's calm persons.
Calm person.
Yeah.
And
of
the
course.
one who love actually the calm music as well.
Yeah. Who enjoys, normal life, not like artistic bohem way of, like violinists.
Yes.
Usually they express more emotions. And viola players are like stable.
Stable
Yeah.
and calm.
Mhm.
And romantic, maybe? Let's say romantic.
Of course.
Of
Yeah, all
course.
musicians.
So what type of, let's say, situations that usually play viola? Like violin, mostly in, let's say,
Mostly it's melody, violin.
Yes.
But viola, it fills the place between bass and violin. It's
Okay.
like middle voice.
Middle voice, yeah.
Who create the sound of like chord.
Yes.
When you play together, it fills empty spots.
What about events? What type of events will they usually play for viola? Like weddings, for example, or funerals?
Yeah, weddings and generally small concerts.
Small concerts.
Chamber concerts.
That's
Like with a string quartet.
Yes. So Dimitri, you are now teaching
Yeah.
as well
Yeah.
viola. So from which age actually you start teaching? What's the most difficult age for starting learning viola?
Usually, viola players start like around 15 years
15.
old. Yeah, because before it's hard to reach the notes. You still have not enough stretching here.
Yes, yeah, because of small hands. So it
Yeah.
should be like from 15 and above we're
Yeah,
starting
yeah.
that. So what is your, let's say, future plans, Dimitri?
Future, always I have thought about telling something. Every musician should have the idea of what I can say,
Yes.
what I can express with music. If you are like empty, if you have nothing to say, it's meaningless.
Yes. It shouldn't be meaningless.
Yeah, it will not change anything for listener
Exactly.
if you're empty. So I want just to be filled with some ideas.
Yes.
And spend more time on concerts also.
On concerts,
But
hopefully.
also teaching as well. It's a way of sharing.
Yes.
Always, it's like exchange emotions, thoughts about
Exactly.
music.
So teaching
Not only
and
knowledge.
not only knowledge. That's amazing. You are really a great musician, Dimitri. And thank you for like listening out, let's say playing for us this beautiful two masterpieces. And thank you for being here with us.
Thank you.
Big thanks and appreciation to our dear guest, Mr. Dimitri. He's a viola player. Don't go away, dear viewers. Let's have this tiny little break and then we'll move on. Well, dear viewers, this episode filled with artistic music, like speaking from music and painting and also poetry. We spoke too many things. So as you can listen to this beautiful music about Mr. Victor and Dimitri
I'd
as
like
well.
to thank them as well to performing today for this special episode for their clarinet and viola, the music instruments, to share something about because the joyful of Eid with happiness from their melodies.
Exactly. What is lovely to have music and music at the end of our episode. I hope you enjoyed our episode as much as we did. Have a lovely Eid and see you. Bye-bye.
Happy Eid, see you tomorrow.